Ain't nobody's dirty business how my baby treat me. Ain't nobody's business but mine. Nobody's business, ain't nobody's dirty business. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Sometimes my baby get boozy and then again she try to rule me. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Ain't nobody's dirty business, no, ain't nobody's doggone business. Ain't nobody's business but my own. I said, baby, did you get that letter? I said, I'm gonna treat you better. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Ain't nobody's doggone business. Ain't nobody's dirty business. Ain't nobody's business but my own. I'm going down to Pensacola, gonna buy my baby a mule. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Ain't nobody's dirty business, ain't nobody's doggone business. Ain't nobody's business but my own. One of these days I'm gonna wake up crazy, gonna get my gun, gonna shoot my baby. Ain't nobody's business but mine. Ain't nobody's dirty business, ain't nobody's doggone business. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Mississippi John Hurts, let me get that straight. Mississippi John Hurts version of Ain't Nobody's Dirty Business. Now, this is a classic song, one of the first blues ever recorded. It was written more like a vaudeville number, but Bessie Smith did that classic recording of it. Really, along with St. Louis Blues, these are two of the main songs that popularized blues music. So I wanted to go ahead and do it, and especially do it in John Hurts style, which is not the first style I ever heard. Cephas and Wiggins were a great Piedmont blues duo from Virginia, around the D.C. area, and I got to spend a lot of time hanging out around them as a kid. And they did it more in the original, more in the vaudeville style. Like with most of John Hurts' music, he was more laid back, and I really like his version. He did it several times, several recordings, live, changed the lyrics around. There's no right way to do this, okay? There's no set version of the song. That's one thing I always like to really emphasize. When you're playing a folk style of music, probably about the worst thing you could do is sit there and try to learn every note by rote, you know? The musicians who recorded this music, they took what were often standards. I mean, by this time, Nobody's Dirty Business was, or Tain't Nobody's Business, I think was the original title. It was a song everybody played. And so everybody did their own version of it. And then most musicians, John Hurt in particular, never did things the same way twice, and his music changed over the decades as he changed as as a person and as a musician. And by the '60s, when we get a chance to hear his live music and the what they call the folk revival, very different from the way he recorded in the '20s. His picking in the '20s was a little faster. His picking in the '60s was a little more laid back. Just this great, kind of gentle, kind old man personality that, may have been a little bit different when he was in his 20s. So when you learn a song, listen to different versions. It's good to pick up some licks off the record, but just come up with your own version of it. Take the music and make it your own. Now, this is a simple one. We're in the key of C. And we're going to play the open E first. So G, E, D, C into F. So again, D, C. So just keep alternating and get your rhythm going. G, G7. Back to C. So it's F, E, D, E, C. Yeah. And that's the basics of the song. Now he did that little break, and first time through I dropped a note, but that's why I did it twice, so you could see the way it should be. So just put your C chord down again and hit the G. Slide it up and back down. Just slide the whole chord up. Back to F. And that's it. Great song, great history, fun to play. Fairly easy, straightforward. If you got any questions, email me, judson@judsoncarroll.com, or put a comment in the notes on the YouTube video. And listen to every version of it you can find, and just find the lyrics you like, find the rhythm you like, find the chords you like. I mean, so many people in the 20s and 30s would play this more as a jazz standard. Like that kind of, instead of finger picking it. I don't know what F chord would be appropriate there. Maybe go with an F6. Maybe you want to play it up the neck. Yeah, but anyway, and then the G would probably be right here. That would be more of the that's more of a, if you're going like this, that's more of a Western swing style. If you were playing straight swing guitar, you'd be going. And you might want to play those chords in a different position. You remember, learning those chords in different positions gives you the freedom to play it many different ways. works too. So fool around with it, come up with what you like. Always remember, play it your own way. All right, y'all. Talk to you next week. Have a good one.